Imagine a Ryder Cup story that's not just about birdies and bogeys, but about a man's journey from isolation to inspiration. Keegan Bradley's path to the 2025 Ryder Cup captaincy is one of the most compelling tales in golf today. And it's not just because he's leading Team USA. It's about transformation, vulnerability, and the power of letting go, both on and off the course. But here's where it gets controversial. Can a self-proclaimed loner truly become the heart of a team? And this is the part most people miss. His journey isn't just about golf. It's about redefining success and identity. The Athletic brings you live coverage of the 2025 Ryder Cup's opening day. https://www.athletic/liveblogs Ryder Cup 2025 live updates day 1 scores results CJH7VGB4VL. But let's rewind to a moment that captures the essence of Bradley's evolution. Picture this: Farmingdale, New York, where a towering American flag hangs between two trees. Mark Bradley, Keegan's father, is greeted by a fan who hands him a USA basketball jersey with Bradley 25 on the back. The fan pleads for Mark to give it to his son, Keegan. Not only does Mark oblige, but Keegan wears the jersey proudly for the final 4 holes. A small yet symbolic act of connection. Then comes an envelope addressed to Keegan Bradley, captain. Mark jokes about opening it, but the moment underscores the weight of Keegan's new role. Rewind further to a Tuesday practice round at Bethpage Black. Keegan, now 39, strolls onto the 11th green, initially unnoticed. Then the crowd erupts. Shouts, roars, and a standing ovation follow him like a shadow. "Oh, captain, my captain," one fan yells. Keegan responds with a low, walking clap, soaking in the adoration. This isn't just a golfer, this is a man who's learned to embrace the love he's been showered with over the past year. But why now? And why does it matter? Here's the bold truth. Keegan Bradley's 2023 snub from the Ryder Cup team broke him. Sitting on the edge of a couch, phone in hand, as Captain Zach Johnson delivered the news, Bradley felt his world crumble. Netflix cameras captured the raw moment, his son asking what's wrong. His wife urging the boy to hug his daddy. "It was too much," Bradley admitted. "Too much for me, my family, my kids. Even if I made it, it was exhausting." This wasn't just about golf, it was about identity. Bradley had always defined himself by his ability to prove people wrong, to chip away at every slight, real or imagined. But that day, he realized he couldn't keep living that way. Bradley's career was built on grit. A major champion and 8-time PGA Tour winner, he thrived on being the underdog, the kid nobody recruited, the player criticized for his quirks. He was an island, eating alone, practicing alone, seeing every competitor as an enemy. His slow pace and confrontational nature rubbed people the wrong way. Remember when he faced off with Miguel Ángel Jiménez in 2015? "Don't you ever tell my caddy to shut up," he snapped. That was Keegan Bradley, until it wasn't. His late career resurgence in 2023, with 2 wins and a 9th-place finish in the Tour Championship, marked a turning point. He openly campaigned for a Ryder Cup spot, wearing his heart on his sleeve. But when Johnson left him off the team, Bradley made a promise. He wouldn't let his happiness hinge on external validation again. He'd enjoy the car rides, the meals, the conversations. He'd listen, he'd connect. Because one day, his career would end, and he didn't want to look back on missed opportunities for human connection. Fast forward to 2025, and Bradley is making his own calls, Jill by his side, inviting players like Sam Burns to join his team. "I love you, and I'm so proud of the way you played," he tells Burns, his voice choked with emotion. Did Keegan Bradley just tell a competitor he loves him? Yes. Yes, he did. This is the new Bradley, vulnerable, open, and deeply connected. But let's pause for a moment. Is this transformation genuine, or is it just a captain's act? Some might argue that leadership requires this kind of openness, but others might question if it's sustainable. After all, Bradley's intensity was what made him a champion. Can he truly balance warmth with the fire needed to lead a Ryder Cup team? At the 2024 President's Cup, Bradley observed Scottie Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, Sam Burns, and Wyndham Clark joking around like old friends. "I'm thinking, These guys are going to play 20 tournaments next year, and they're just friends, he said. It was a revelation. Bradley had never allowed himself that kind of camaraderie. But now, he's making up for lost time. He stays up late in the team room, chats with Russell Henley, and builds deeper bonds with vice-captains like Gary Woodland, Brad Snedeker, and Kevin Kisner. I've never seen him like this, Woodland admits. He's opened so much. And then there's the golf. Bradley's game flourished as he embraced this new mindset. Top 10 at the PGA Championship, check. Winner of the Travelers Championship, check. By every metric, he deserved a spot on the Ryder Cup team. But here's the twist. He didn't pick himself. It broke my heart not to play, he confessed, but he chose the team over his ego. Selflessness? Reluctant self-awareness? Maybe both. But it's clear. Bradley wants to be remembered as a captain, not a player. Here's the question that divides opinions. Was Bradley right to step aside as a player? Some say he owed it to himself to compete. Others applaud his sacrifice. What do you think? Should he have picked himself? Or was this the ultimate act of leadership? No matter what happens this weekend in New York, Bradley's legacy is already taking shape. He's not just a captain. He's the people's captain at the People's Country Club. He's proof that a 39-year-old can learn new tricks, that intensity can be channeled into warmth. As he tells his team, take it in. Enjoy every second, because you never know when it's done. So, as Bradley walks onto the green to chants of his name, he doesn't just direct the applause to his team, he's directing it to a new way of being. These aren't his enemies anymore. These are his people. And maybe, just maybe, that's the greatest victory of all. But here's the final thought. Can Keegan Bradley's transformation inspire others to redefine their own success? Let's hear your take in the comments.